Hi, my name's Pete Rainford and you're watching DIY Brew It Yourself. Today I'm going to show you how to turn this single carton of Aldi apple juice and a pinch of yeast into crisp, tasty cider. 2 ingredients, no equipment, around 6% ABV. Now because I've bought a super cheap apple juice in a carton for 95 pence, we're going to need an empty 1 litre bottle to brew this in. Okay, so always start clean. I've rinsed this bottle and cap and the funnel in my sanitizing fluid. So this is such a simple brew. All we're going to do is pour our apple juice into our fermentation vessel, which is a 1 litre sanitized, very important, juice bottle. Okay, so I've left a little bit of headspace there so that when the yeast gets to work and everything starts to bubble and it starts to ferment, it's not going to come over the top of the bottle and spew out everywhere. Okay, now I'm using normal bread yeast today because I wanted to keep this recipe simple so that you can just walk into a shop and buy some bread yeast and some apple juice and you can make this beautiful cider from a pound. And some bread yeast, we're only going to use a teaspoon, so it's only a few pence worth of yeast. So I'm confident that it's only a pound, just 2 ingredients. We just need half a teaspoon, there's a quarter, and that's our half a teaspoon of yeast. So now I'm just going to screw the cap on and I'm going to give this a little bit of a shake to get some oxygen into the juice, and that will help the yeast do its thing and they'll get to work on that, turning the sugar in the juice into alcohol and carbon dioxide. Because we're brewing this in the bottle, if you've got an airlock, by all means go and use it. Just for these simple brews, all you got to do really for a cheap and easy way is to just screw the cap on a tiny bit. Make sure you can squeeze air out like so, and that should keep any nasty bacteria, bugs, microbes out of there and let the carbon dioxide escape. Please make sure that this is loose because otherwise this could explode, make a mess. And please use a plastic bottle, don't use a glass one. Okay, so this is going to ferment now for around 5 to 7 days. You need to try and keep it in a warm place between 18 and 22 degrees Celsius. That will ensure that it ferments in a speedy fashion. And then I'll come back in a few days and we'll have a look at it, we'll have a taste. That's it. Essentially, you now have a 1 pound litre of cider in a few days to a week that you can drink straight away if you want to. Ideally, what you would do in a week's time is to pour this into a clean bottle, sanitized again, and leave whatever sediment there is at the bottom of the bottle, because there will be some, and we don't want that. That creates bad taste, bad aromas, etc. in your cider. What we want to do is get that away from that sediment, get it into a fresh, clean bottle that we can pour it from, drink it from. Okay, it's been a full 2 weeks since I fermented this. It's now time to rack it off and give it a taste. Okay, so I've got a simple siphon here, which I'm going to siphon off the juice from this bottle into this bottle, which has just been sanitized, hence a few bubbles in there, but it's a no-rinse sanitizer. Take the top off, this in there. Gotta be careful not to disturb the sediment because this has cleared up quite nicely, simply because it's had a couple of weeks to, and we put the siphon in just above the sediment through on here. And I just got a mouthful. Oh, tastes good. Spoiler. Wipe my chin now. Okay, so there's our wrapped brew, and there's the sediment in our old brew. Look at all that, yuck. So, that to one side. This is the one we're focused on. Okay, yeah, it smells like a cider. I think I'm actually looking forward to this one. We need glass. Okay, so as I say, this has been sitting for 2 weeks, which is why it's cleared lovely. After a few days, this had finished fermenting, but it was still very cloudy, which is why I've left it a bit longer on, because I've had other stuff on. Life gets in the way. Yeah, it's time to taste this now and get a verdict of how good or how bad this is. I've already had a taste when I siphoned, don't forget. Okay, let's get a pour. Nice close-up one for you. First off, it has a lovely golden colour. Very, very cider-esque. Is that a word? Fresh apple, that is unmistakable. But there are floral notes there. This is surprisingly complex for a cheap juice turned into cider. And I'm not getting any yeasty hints, considering we use bread yeast for this. Probably a week ago I smelled this, and it did not smell this good at all. So I'm glad we've left it. Okay, now I can tell you off camera, I tested this with my hydrometer, and we've got a cider here of around 5.5%, maybe 5.6%, so I think we can safely round that up to 6% and say that we hit the target. So come on, let's have a taste. Oh wow, that's really good. That's so good. That is so good. I am so pleased with that result. It doesn't taste all that strong, which is a nice thing. You know, you're not supposed to taste the alcohol so much in a nice crisp cider, which this is. It's crisp, it's refreshing, there's really no tartness there at all, which is surprising for such a young cider. I could happily drink all of that right now. So it's dry. There's maybe a tiny little hint of sweetness there, but not much. This did ferment down to 1.000, and that's probably sweet enough. It won't need back sweetening. I am so surprised. 1 pound's worth of apple juice into 5.6% alcohol with no equipment, just apple juice and yeast, bread yeast, and a bottle. I'm going to put this in the fridge and I'm going to drink this for my meal this evening. I hope you guys do this. If you've enjoyed this video, enjoyed the process, enjoyed the result, I certainly have, please like and subscribe. I'm a new channel. I need all the subscribers and likes I can get. And there'll be plenty of other budget brews, probably one up here around now, or maybe down here, over there. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers. Into our 1 litre sanitized. Into a 1 litre sanitized. Oh my god! Into a 1 litre sanitized